What is good with y'all? It's your boy Chris, and we're back on Spurs Spotlight with another banger.
Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
Alright team, I know it's been a little while. The videos haven't been as consistent, but I've been on a little vacation and I'm finally back. We should have the bangers returning at a normal rate now. And so, I'm gonna start off and catch up with some news that I've missed. Starting off with Brandon Boston. The San Antonio Spurs and Brandon Boston Jr. have agreed to a deal. League sources told Hoops Hype the 22-year-old will compete for a roster spot. He spent the past 3 seasons with the Los Angeles Clippers and averaged 6.2 points in 12.9 minutes per game. 6.2 points in 12.9 minutes isn't actually that bad. With these signings, I know we saw Malachi Flynn get signed to another training camp deal. But with these deals in specific, I think they're trying to promote the competition throughout the team, set a fire under guys like Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham. I think these are good signings for the Spurs to actually, even if they don't want to keep these guys, just to get them in the facility working out with our guys and kind of just getting some dog in them and letting them know that their time will be up if they don't get it moving, get it right. But I scrolled through Twitter and I actually saw him say all glory to God, and that was whenever the deal actually was announced. And so I was starting to think, could he actually be getting like a 2-way contract? Maybe it could be a little bit more than a training camp. Obviously they have him on the training camp now, but hopefully he could take someone's spot on the 2-way deals, because I think Brandon Boston Jr. actually has some upside. I didn't watch him a lot, but I kept up with him in high school, and he was one of the highly rated guys throughout high school. So looking at his stats, he averaged 6.7 his rookie year, 6.5, and now 5.2. And his games played are kind of fluctuated, but when he does play, he plays about 10 to 14 minutes. And honestly, with those minutes, these points per game aren't that bad. His efficiency could definitely use a little work. His 3-point percentage is fluctuating because I think his attempts just vary. He's on the Clippers, or he was on the Clippers, but you get him in the right situation, in the right place, like the Spurs, where we're developing a little bit more. I think Brandon Boston could actually be a solid piece in the future. I would actually not mind if he got a 2-way contract for this season and see what he could do. Maybe he could blossom into something a little backup position. Brandon Boston's wearing number 4. He's gonna wear my GOAT Derek White's number. They might need to retire number 4 for Derek White. I ain't gonna lie. But as you can see, we got Brandon Boston, Malachi Flynn. We still don't have Chris Paul's number. I don't know why Chris Paul's number hasn't released. Jamari Bouyer's on a 2-way. David Duke Jr.'s on a 2-way. And Harrison Ingram has the last 2-way. Looking at David Duke Jr., his stats are about the same as Brandon Boston's, but he played in less games. David Duke Jr. is 24 years old, and Brandon Boston's 22 years old. I really don't know much about David Duke Jr. I know he's been on the roster for about like two years or so. Brandon Boston has a higher ceiling than David Duke Jr. For filling up a 2-way contract spot, I think you want to shoot more for upside. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's not a high risk situation, so you want to just shoot for upside. And in my opinion, Brandon Boston has a way higher upside than David Duke Jr. I really don't know anything much about David Duke Jr. If y'all do, let me know and fill me in if he's actually a real bucket. And then Jamari Bouyer, I saw him in Summer League. Jamari's actually nice. I would kind of prefer to keep Bouyer over Flynn. How old is Bouyer? 25, and Flynn's 26. So, I mean, they're about the same age. Obviously, Harrison Ingram isn't going to be getting cut. If it were up to me, I would prefer to get David Duke Jr. out of here and fill that spot in with Brandon Boston. And hopefully Brandon Boston could be hooping during training camp and earn that spot for him. And maybe, who knows, maybe eventually Brandon Boston could work his way into be a backup shooting guard or end of the rotation type of guy. But I think he has potential. He's 6'6", lengthy. Do y'all like this pickup for the Spurs? Do y'all like the Malachi Flynn pickup? And be sure to leave a like as always. Subscribe to Spurs Spotlight. Until then, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.